It's the Opie and Anthony program. In studio, Andy Gore. We're going to get back to him in a few minutes here, Anthony. Also, Tyson Walter. He plays center for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's a good friend of the program. We talked him into doing the road trip with us. He was in New York visiting people. I said, dude, you have nothing to do. The season's over. Come on down and hang with us. And also, the Mad Mexican. We like to call him the Angry Mexican. He's wandering around the hallways.
Hey, are we going to be able to pot his show up or something when he gets on? Because he goes on at 9. It would be cool to hear what he's saying.
He's working on it.
Oh, he's working on that? Cool.
That's funny. Good. We'll get to hear what he says. Hey, Tyson, you're hanging out for later on? Maybe a couple of drinks at the bar?
What time we get
later
started?
On? I don't know. I'm thinking we got
11?
We got all these dopey meetings. Yeah, 11. Couple of Bloody Marys or something. I'm thinking we have some stupid meetings, but later on we should all
we'll hang out. We'll hang at that bar.
Get to the little bar over there.
What hotel?
Yeah. Why doesn't Eric just pot up a mic over there and blurt it out?
Like we're that important.
Unless he's not paying attention.
If we announce the name of the hotel, like 2 people will show up. It's not like the Beatles, dudes, where they're screaming outside waiting for a glimpse of us.
Well, I don't know about that.
It'll be one dope and his friends.
A guy drove from Maryland to talk about Ben's bulge. I mean, that is pretty impressive.
True. Well, we could just announce it, see what happens. it'll make for some good radio tomorrow.
I don't want to. We'll be getting phone calls and stuff.
Well, you're not registered under your name anyway.
I am.
I was just saying.
Remember how they kind of screwed it up? Oh yeah, like Jimmy said he wasn't, so I'm not going to try. Dope.
I always register under my own name.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because you're just hoping and wanting.
No, I don't get. Please.
Knock, knock, knock.
Please call me. You didn't call me, Tony.
I tell you what. You didn't call me. Oh, one time in Vegas, I registered under another name. Because I had this weird thing with an escort the time I was there before, and I was afraid like her pimper boyfriend was going to come find me. It was so bizarre. I had to move rooms at the Venetian.
What happened, though? Now you have to tell us.
My friend went out and hung out with this chick for free, but apparently she was a call girl, and he like banged her in a Jeep. So then he gave me her number, so I'm like, hey, I'll call her and I'll pay her.
Is the Jeep the front or the back door? What is it? Back door of the Jeep? I don't know your lingo.
Oh, no, the Jeep was actually the vehicle. They actually went for a ride.
I thought it was her ass.
No.
Put it right in her Jeep.
Yeah, well, it was a rump wrangler. No, he actually had sex with her outside of a Jeep or some weird thing. So then I call her. He gives me the number. And I'm like, yeah, my friend gave me this number. And she's like, for what? And I'm like, just to kind of hang out or whatever. And she's like, well, who is this? What do you want? And she had my room number. So then I think, she's like, look, my boyfriend is really pissed off that you just called. He's going to come over there and talk to you. So I'm like, is she a hooker or what?
Talk to you perhaps a bit more.
If I may be so bold, sir. A rather naughty John. I didn't know what was going on, but I'm like, is this guy like some weird pimp or a boyfriend? Like, did Todd just bang this chick who has a boyfriend who she's not a hooker? I mean, I could have. So I called Rob Collin. We had to move all my stuff out of the Venetian room. I was so paranoid back then.
Back then?
Yeah, well, now I feel it.
Really?
And now if he came over, I just threatened to bleed on him. And, and that was that. So the next time I was there, I registered under an assumed name. And so I was trying to get an escort one time, and she came over. A lot of them will look at your ID to make sure you're not law enforcement. And I took it out, and the ID name did not match with the room name. So there was a problem. So that's why.
Gotcha.
Did she leave?
I don't think so. I think she just did the old test to see if I was a cop, which is you pull your mule out and they,
They're gunning for a change in the law that says a cop can absolutely expose himself, get completely naked, and do his job that way. It's not.
Who's pushing for that? The cops on duty?
Hell of a recruiting tool.
Cops could actually have intercourse with these girls, get Hummers and whatever else they want.
On a side note, recruiting's up 500%.
I'd leave this radio show, and how great would that be? What are you doing? Oh, I'm working. Get out of here. You don't call out the bus name until you're finished. You have to say a certain word, like Tampa, and they run in. So you just go, Tampa.
But that's all over her face.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's get back to Andy Gore, who's visiting us here in D.C. Anthony came by to say hi.
Could I quickly just point something out?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
We were talking a little politics earlier, a little about the Iraq situation, and we got 2 instant feedbacks here that just show how the listeners are listening or not listening to the program. One is, it's not about their freedom. It was always about ours, the freedom to live in a world where Saddam Hussein couldn't funnel weapons of mass destruction to our very active enemies, see 9/11. And don't give me that bull that they don't have them. Syria, blah, blah, blah. Very next one down. Shut the F up and stop with your right-wing bullshit already. Take Bush's hogs out of your mouth and get back to making us laugh. Now, here's one that says we obviously don't believe Bush. We don't believe the weapons of mass destruction. It's about giving them freedom. Here's Bush's policy. That obviously this guy heard us not agreeing with it and being liberal douchebags. The next email down, we're sucking Bush's hog and we're right-wing idiots.
It's amazing.
You know why? Because we don't have an agenda one way or the other, idiots.
Yeah.
We give both sides. We have some opinions that are both sides of the story, liberal and conservative. But all they hear, if you're a liberal, all you're hearing from us is the conservative side. If you're a conservative, all you're hearing is us spouting liberal stuff, because we're giving both sides. Our opinions aren't based on one party, idiot.
Because they're married to the agenda.
Right.
They're married to the party line.
Your agenda and your opinions are married to one side or the other, and you don't think for yourself, it doesn't mean that we're the same and that we're doing we're liberal or conservative here.
And the elections did go better than expected, and I'm saying that, and I'm saying, look, let's be honest, the press is more liberal than it is conservative. I know Fox and all that, but I mean the majority of papers are a little bit more liberal.
Right.
So I'm saying, are they going to report this? I mean, look, because if Bush screws up, and he has screwed up, which I said he had screwed up many times, they attack him, fine. Are they going to give any credit for the elections going better? That was simply
I've been watching the news, and I have heard them on the news saying, yeah, that this bodes well for Bush. It looks,
good.
Like it actually worked for him.
No, don't say that. You're going to Bush's hog in your mouth.
And you know what? The liberal media is the one responsible for making this election look good, because they went for months and months and months pounding how badly it's going to go. And oh my God, the destruction that's going to happen, the deaths and this, and no one's going to come out and vote. So they've been pounding that for months, and now when this happened and it wasn't that bad, now they look bad because they've been spouting off how evil it's going to be.
And for the douche that wrote that in, I'll take Bush's hog out of my mouth if you take Noam Chomsky's out of yours, stupid.
Wow. All right, let's get to Andy Gore, you guys.
Here
Andy
we
Gore
go.
is in studio hanging with us today, and he brought some stuff. We finally got to get to the things you brought us. Well, the first thing you already handed out was People magazine with Kurt Cobain on the cover from April 25th, 1994. And Anthony, I think you ran to the bathroom. I pulled the magazine right out, and I wanted to leaf through it to see what was going on in 1994.
I love looking at old magazines and newspapers and stuff.
And Jim Norton, absolutely. Look at him. He can't even look at me.
Watch him do it.
He
He's losing his
look.
mind.
Because he wants me to seal this up now so the air doesn't get to it, so it could be saved in pristine condition.
Pristine.
Well, I'm a weird
I don't
collector of
understand
stuff like that.
But I don't understand people that collect stuff that. Yeah, I want to be able to enjoy this magazine, see what's going on. I'm going to read the articles and all that.
You can go online and do that, dude. You can find those
But what am I
online.
You can?
But what am I saving this for?
Because it's a
So
nice
then
piece of
someday I could
memorabilia
just
to have.
someone else will go through my stuff after I die, and then they'll save it.
Why is you saving John Wayne Gacy stuff?
Right.
It's just because it's something to have that's kind of odd that
Let me tell
most
you.
people don't have.
Know what I told Jimmy? I go, I'm gonna just just rip the cover off, and I'm gonna frame the cover.
You could frame the whole magazine. You don't just frame the cover, you nut.
But it loses all the value.
Right. And you don't look at it without wearing gloves.
The value is that I have it, and
Wear
I'm
linen
going to
gloves.
enjoy it. That's all.
No, the value is having the whole. Even if you don't want to sell it, you want to keep it for yourself. It's a rarer item to have a magazine in pristine condition. It's just a nicer thing to have. So I don't know why you'd even.
Look at him get all freaked out.
I mean, it's up to you. It's yours. I don't care because I'm not a Cobain fan, but I wouldn't do it. I would.
Now I got greasy fingerprints on the cover.
Yeah, you're going to put greasy fingerprints on the cover. You got to wear gloves.
You know, in this same issue, Billy Joel and Christy Brinkley broke up. They called it quits.
It's in mint condition. Andrew's had that for all those years, and there's something cool about seeing a blast from the past like that in mint condition. It's a 10-year-old magazine, so that's why I would value that and kind of seal it up and frame it. I got Richard Pryor magazines and I frame the whole magazine.
There's a picture of Susan Sarandon. She already looked old back in 1994. Look at that.
It's not like it was the 50s.
Yeah, but that was 10, 11 years ago.
She's still 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's ancient.
She's old.
All right, Andy, what else did you?
She's old.
What else did you bring us?
Well, I got you. I had these, a worker.
Opie's going to clip coupons out of that and use them.
Wait, hold on, don't put that on the console. Put my coffee on the magazine. All right, there we are.
I had this girl that works for me that got to see Nirvana right before they hit it big, and she took photos at the show. So these are for you.
Rock.
You got photos of Nirvana before they hit. Oh my God!
Yeah,
look at that.
Are they good pictures?
Yeah,
they're pretty cool. Look, they look like
Wow,
they're playing
yeah.
at some
dump.
Yeah.
some crappy rock club on Long Island.
They were taken at the Masquerade in Atlanta, Georgia.
What year? 93?
3 months before they hit it big.
Yeah, you could tell that this
Yeah.
is just like another band on a stage, in some little, in a city.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is it the whole band, or is it just like Cobain?
Mostly Kurt.
It's funny, the one picture with the bass player right there, I made that shirt. I used to work for a lot of local DC bands, so screening all their stuff.
What does it say? I hate rollers?
No, it says Holy Rollers.
Oh, Holy Rollers.
Yeah, they were a
Okay,
rock
well,
band.
the strap was right in the middle of the shirt. There you go. Check that out. Very cool. Thank you, Andy. What else you got? You got a pizza box. I don't even want to know what's inside the pizza box.
Just a pizza.
Oh, no. It's
Made of fingers.
just a pizza. No, I
Not from Uncle
didn't
Eddie's
bring
house,
anything
is it?
too...
Huh?
I didn't bring anything too crazy out, but this is... I was good friends with Johnny Ramone, who recently died.
Yeah.
And so this is... I was left something when he died. And,
You were left something by...
Yeah, I mean, we were tight because we were both collectors of weird stuff.
Yeah.
And we really bonded like in...
Didn't you have a Ramones leather jacket or something?
Yeah,
I remember you showed me when I
have
went over to your place.
I have
That's pretty cool.
a large Ramones collection of one-of-a-kind stuff. And John used to collect all the weird stuff that I would get him.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me about, I would say, 10 days before he died to say goodbye, which was just like, oh.
Really?
Dude, yeah.
What did he say to you?
I
I didn't know you guys were that close.
Yeah. He was just called and said, have I been a good friend to you? Because I guess he was getting a lot of heat that everybody thought he was like this big asshole. I said,
The
yeah.
guy's dying and he's getting a lot of heat that he might not have been a good friend.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That's
no.
when you go, you know what, we'll just bury the hatchet, and yeah, you were the best friend ever.
Yeah, and I'm...
Seriously, my
yeah,
God.
I mean, so, and I was like, yeah, you great, John. And he'd always send me, he'd always say, well, what can I send you, for memorabilia? And I got, like, jeans and tennis shoes. But when he died, I got a phone call from his wife about 10 days later. And he left me his, this is great, his last hospital bracelet. Before he died, and he autographed it, Johnny Ramone. And he said,
Wow, can I see that?
yeah,
That's pretty wild.
Don't smudge it.
yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, and you would want this.
Hey, why don't you just put it on and wear it around the complex for a little while? That's cool, man.
September 24th, 04, man. That's wild.
That's some memorabilia. That's
Yeah.
a one of a kind.
Yeah, my place burns down, this is going in my pocket. This
Wow.
I'm keeping, yeah. Sentimental. And he sent him, I got like one of his 3 wristbands he wore during his whole career. He was a very thrifty man. But yeah, so it was kind of a nice finality of our friendship.
He's got tears in his eyes, Anthony.
That's
It was
amazing.
rough, man. Without those guys, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah? The
Yeah.
Ramones were that important to you growing up?
Fuck, yeah, man. When I got locked away, it was just like I had to look at the mental illness thing and laugh at it, or else just get engulfed in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just learned. It shaped a lot of my being. And fucking just kept it real. I had the words of teenage lobotomy in calligraphy that I was doing back in 79 above my bed in the nut ward.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And the OCD's under control these days?
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you can handle it more or less?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a choice.
Right. Obviously. Yeah,
It's
obviously.
one of those things.
Pretty cool. And that's about all you brought today?
Yeah,
You
well-
kept the really good stuff at home.
Yeah, I didn't know how hard it was going to be to come in here and everything. But what I did do is I'm making a line of China mugs. And these are for you, Jim.
Oh, thank you.
This is the Black Dahlia murder, where they chopped her in half.
jeez, yeah.
Each half.
Oh, each half
There's
is
a
on one
yeah.
mug.
Oh, that's
Oh, there's
fantastic.
2 mugs there, and it's got our upper half and our legs on each of the mugs.
And then on the back is the whole crime
That is
history.
twisted.
Oh, thanks, man. Upper half of body, and on the other one it says
Oh, you
lower half of body. How great is that? Oh, dude, these are great mugs.
That is twisted.
Yeah, you sell a lot of crazy stuff, like
yeah.
T-shirts and things. I guess we have all your websites up on foundrymusic.com today and opieandanthony.com. I'm sure it's linked there as well.
That's really her picture, right?
Yeah.
Well, now, what is this murder about? I don't even know. I don't know this one.
Black Dahlia.
She was in Hollywood, right? And
She was in Hollywood.
Yeah.
A wannabe starlet.
Okay.
This was back in the 40s.
Like a B-movie actress?
Yeah, I mean, she wanted to make it big, so she would hang out like the Brown Derby and all these places where to get discovered. And her shtick was to always wear black, so she was nicknamed the Black Dahlia.
Okay. And
Was she famous or no?
No, And then they,
Well, she's famous for being
She's famous
murdered
now, yeah.
and the way she was murdered.
and one day they found her cut in half in the middle of a field
And tortured. And
tortured. Yeah.
You can see Andrew. This is so great because he puts little notes about every injury that's on there. I mean, there's like
Yeah. Face slit open from ear to ear. Both breasts were slit. Rope burns on the wrists. Both halves of her body were found completely drained of blood and washed thoroughly. The killer even dyed her hair red after she was dead. A chunk of flesh containing a rose tattoo was cut from her thigh, then inserted in her vagina.
Yeah.
Rope burns on both ankles. Partially digested fecal material was found in her stomach.
So she was forced to eat.
Wow.
Duty. Yeah.
Oh, she was forced to eat feces?
Yeah, she was forced to eat shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, digested fecal matter. I see.
What a...
I think someone just didn't like her.
That's
Did
a
they
lot of
ever
anger.
find...
Yeah, there's a lot of anger there.
Oh, they
No,
got...
it's an unsolved crime.
Cigarette burns on her body.
Yeah.
Gee, they got a picture of her face afterwards, too. Ugh.
I said,
That is haunting.
I said they check into the Mad Mexican. He's got something going on.
Never found who did that.
Never found who did it. Nope.
And ever
Lot of
any
theories.
similar crimes afterwards?
Yeah, there was one other one that happened called the Lipstick Murders. Basically the same type of that.
Yeah, because
MO.
that seems like something you
Yeah.
don't just do and then stop doing it.
Yeah, but they never found conclusively. I mean, there's all these theories, just like on the Manson stuff. You know?
Any kind of real, like, solid theory that seems like, yeah, this was the guy that did it, but they didn't really have enough?
Kind of like Honest Tool with Adam Walsh. Like everybody kind of knows he did it.
everybody, there's been like 3 books in the last few years about it. And
Yeah.
everybody's claiming, it was like my father was a cop, and I think he did it, and I found all this paperwork, but nobody knows for sure.
Wow, you get away with something like that. That is gruesome.
Was she raped too?
I don't know.
I guess there'd be no DNA.
After all
Yeah,
that.
they flushed out the body, whoever killed her.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
Level of
Nice
dedication.
coffee mug,
That's
Cav.
a nice little coffee mug.
so what are you working on these days, or trying
great
to attain? Anything out there that you're just trying to get your hands on?
Right now I'm just trying to. I have so much crap in my studio, and I feel like it's going to waste because I want people to be able to see it. So I'm gonna open a little curio roadside attraction where I can do all my work out of the back, screen print, and make dolls and all that stuff, and then have people come in and be able to see some of the good stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have other serial killer mugs too? These are so cool, man.
Those are the first I've ever done. They're prototypes.
These are beautiful. And if I put them if I put these in the dishwasher,
They'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
The artwork or whatever. These are actual photos. I mean, these are.
Yeah,
Well,
those are photos, man.
They were black and white photos, and I went and I hand colored them all.
They're great, dude.
That's gonna be a pick me up at 4 a.m.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Frank out, you got that body.
I'll give it to a
face.
date and just like watch her as she drinks out of her coffee. She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. It's hot."
Yeah, I got so many projects going on, but the mug thing's a lot of fun.
Oh, these are great. Where can people get these?
SatanSideshow.com.
Right. All right. Well, Andy's going to be hanging out the rest of the show, I'm sure, right? You have nothing to do, huh?
Nothing to do.
Somebody wants to sell teeth. I don't know. Mike the Trucker wants to sell teeth. I guess with eBay,
Yeah, it's
not allowing you to sell this stuff, it makes it harder to just sell, a jar of teeth.
Why would you want to sell teeth?
Some guy has teeth and he needs to sell them. I don't know.
I mean, if they were from somebody.
Yeah,
From
famous,
somebody famous.
famous
There's like
teeth.
Kurt Cobain's teeth.
Of course.
Scrape them off the ceiling.
That's what you should do. You should set up your own eBay for this kind of thing. Your own version.
Yeah, there's been a couple ones that started up. One was called Evil Bay, but they ended up getting shut down.
Catchy.
Sued?
Yeah, sued. Yeah,
Catchy.
and but the stuff's really hard to come by.
Very good. Okay. Ben, who's coming in next? Getting ready for ELO?
Not yet. There's other guys leading up to ELO.
Oh, yeah, Elo's the big finale.
I hear Lee Abrams is going to make an appearance, and what's wrong?
No, I'm just going. It's amazing. The guest list we got. I can't
thought
get
there was
over
a
it.
naked girl or something
No,
out there. Like,
no. Why would we have that on this show? No, not at all.
all right.
I want to discuss a movie I saw
Oh, we could do that after the
that
break.
that I enjoyed.
All
Yes.
right, we could do that after the break. We have to talk about Barry Williams, too.
Yes.
That's kind of a shocker. And also, just want to remind people, we're in Washington today and tomorrow, but next Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be at Mardi Gras in New Orleans. We're going to be broadcasting from 3 to 6 on the East Coast. Doing a little afternoon drive action Monday and Tuesday of next week.
We can't do 4 hours, huh? We decided, it's Mardi Gras. Let's just do 3. Screw it.
And can I blow a big surprise? The guest booker has really come through, and in New Orleans, I don't want to blow it, but I understand that she got us Tom. Tom from New Orleans. So she's really been working hard, and she got us Tom from New Orleans.
Yeah, what is up with our guest booker?
Oh, she's terrific, man. Because Eric Logan was busy, and she called him. She's like, look, and he's decided to come on. She got us the Mad Mexican. She's fantastic. Good
Okay.
job.
Yeah.
Good job.
And we're going to be live if you're going to be down there in Mardi Gras from the Crazy Horse Cabaret on Bourbon Street, Anthony. It's 226 Bourbon Street. And, of course, we'll be on the balcony. And
She's working on getting the owner of that place on our show, so we
That'd
could talk to him.
that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
And in New York, by the way, on Wednesday, we have a tentative booking for Nathaniel the intern. She's waiting to hear back from him, but it's possible we'll get him on mic.
Waiting to hear from his people?
Yes, just to see if he's possibly available.
We got a whole crew going down to Mardi Gras, too. We got Club Soda Kenny. Master Poe's going to be making his first road trip with the gang. And I know we're going to talk Tyson Walter into making the drive from Dallas.
Yeah, come on.
He goes, dude, well, it is only 4 hours from Dallas.
That's not far at all.
Yeah, it's a quick Southwest trip.
Hell
5-minute flight or so.
I have a feeling you'll be live with us next Monday from
With
Dallas.
his heavy luggage.
Yeah, get your 400-pound suitcase and come on down and spend a couple days with us.
Hey, yeah, you know what?
Shield.
Fred in Brooklyn, we got Andy Gore in the studio. We've had Bernie Getz on the show.
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay, and Bernie Getz sort of knows where that gun is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
he shot the 4 guys on the subway, went up to New England. I guess he said it was on the Vermont-Massachusetts border, and buried the gun. He remembers where it was. He actually went up there to look for it once, but couldn't find it.
Couldn't figure
it out. But he knows the general area that it's in on the side of the road.
Oh, that'd be a
Imagine having Bernie gets his gun. That's a pretty good item.
good piece of memorabilia.
Yeah, nice 38.
It's over
used
a
in the subway.
bridge or something.
Yeah, he gave us landmarks and stuff. So
kind of near a like a dumping ground. Or,
yeah, it used to be a dump there.
Yeah.
So
He's probably lying. He probably has it in his living room. He just wants people going on a scavenger hunt.
loaded,
Yeah,
waiting for another young black man to ask him for $5.
that lunatic.
I love him.
I was offered a couple of the guns from the Manson family that were
Really?
confiscated. Yeah, but it was way too expensive for
How
me.
much they want for him?
They wanted $4,000.
Is that a lot? That's bad.
Yeah, well, for me right now, it's a lot.
Also,
Plus,
you're not
but it has
allowed.
all the paperwork from the sheriff's department and stuff.
Oh, really?
You're not allowed
Yeah.
to just buy. You need a
You'd be a
license.
gun dealer and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
All
stay
right.
away.
Well, we're going to step aside for a quick break here.